This is Off the Record with Big C and his trusty companions, Jazzy Geoff and Stinky Pete.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you very much for watching on whatever you're on. I don't know, you could be on X, you could be on Facebook. We're streaming live channel, the real CBW YouTube channel. And I have with me on Off the Record, episode 192, my trusty companions, the Willis boys, the very communicative Willis boys, Stinky Pete and his younger sibling, Jazzy Geoff, with me in front of me. Hello, boys.
Hi guys,
Hello,
how are we doing?
Colin.
We're good. So, and just have Chelsea lost yet? I mean, that's the crux of the matter.
It will be very
90th minute, they're 3-1 down. So that's
to
looking
Leeds.
Promising.
This is
Sam sent me a
excellent.
text. Leeds' third goal is like the kind of one Spurs would concede. So not quite sure what that means. Probably
it means that they shouldn't have done.
Error, maybe. Well, perhaps, yeah, perhaps. But we all love to see it, don't we? Sorry to upset any Chelsea fans that might be listening, though I'm not really. Right, off the record, we are back. Have you had a decent week? I know you've been hectic today, Jazzy Geoff.
I've had a pretty good week. I mean, apart from little fella being poorly.
Yeah.
That aside, been a pretty good week, really. Yeah, can't complain.
And
could be worse.
It could be worse, absolutely. And you, Stinks?
Well, having had a snotty nose and a cold and cough, I've survived as like the trooper that I am. I put it down to the fact that I went to a kid's birthday last Saturday.
Yes.
Which is basically a disease spreading event, isn't it? And the good news is I'm going to another one this Saturday. So, just round the circuit.
Were it not for those
pesky kids.
Pesky kids.
Who
was it who said that? Who was it who used to say those pesky children?
That was what was that? That was
it Wacky Races? Was it Wacky Races?
No. It was something like it was Scooby Doo, wasn't it? It would have been the villain.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
Got away with it, what you
yeah. If it wasn't for those pesky
kids, yeah. Is it pesky or is it meddling kids? I don't know. It's one of the two.
No, pesky. Pesky, definitely.
As someone says, if they just go to the masks shop, and they would have found him a lot easier, the villain, wouldn't they? The show on Scooby-Doo.
Well, that would have somewhat spoilt the whole point of the show, wouldn't it? Really?
What? Right, and appropriately, thank you very much, Shaggy, for introducing us to the latest off the record.
See what you did there, Carl.
Yeah, you see that?
Yeah, it was very good. The segue there was blooming marvellous. This is top DJ quality.
I'll have to
Johnny
do
Walker
that,
would be proud of that one.
I'm sure. Yeah, he's dead, don't he? So he probably won't be.
Well, to be honest, most of them are the decent ones.
I suppose that's true. Tony Blackburn's still going. All right, okay. You're fans.
Oh, I know you've been trying to poison him for years, but he's still there.
Oh dear!
Everyone else.
Didn't he win the first I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here? I think he did, actually.
He did.
Right. Okay. What are we doing? Well, what are we doing? We've going to open up a little bit today and have we did something akin to this a little while ago when I was talking about the top 70s albums, didn't I, from some publication, and you had to work out what they are. Well, you can have a little fun guess at what these are. They should be fairly obvious, I guess, reading the blurb that's about. We can discuss those albums. One, I guess, whether they should be any list such as this. Two, would you have them in any list? Or I'll just generally open up the discussion about the particular albums, some of which are big albums I've just chosen randomly. And we can stop whenever we want to, time-wise, so this is a good thing as well. I've actually selected about 20. I don't know how many we're going to get through. It depends how long we want to chat about them, okay? I'm talking about the book, the publication, who actually published it. It was edited by Robert Dimery and forwarded by Michael Lydon, who's the founding editor of Rolling Stone, everyone's favourite magazine.
Is he John Lydon's brother?
Hopefully not. Hopefully not.
Because if he's involved with Rolling Stone, then no.
No, it's all Bob Dylan, isn't it, in Rolling Stone? So, yeah, the book contains, it does what it says on the tin. It's got a list of and it is called 1001 Albums You Must Hear Die. I've said many times we should have something like this, but it takes so long to get it sorted. For an off the record one, I mean, and we're doing the Hall of Fame now anyway, so that's sort of.
And we disagree fundamentally anyway. So basically, we wouldn't have
We would,
1,001. We'd have 3,003.
Well, that's fine. We can have it's in the top 3,003 albums you must hear before you die. Okay. So what I'm going to do?
How long does an album take to listen to averagely?
An album.
39 minutes.
How long?
Yeah, on average.
39 minutes.
Oh, so averagely 40 minutes.
Yeah.
3,000 of them.
Yeah.
Have we got enough time to? Have we got enough time to listen to them before we die?
Probably.
No. Probably not.
I don't know.
No.
You
Well, it depends how long you're hanging around, I suppose. But you know,
it's very
Yeah,
true.
just an interesting thought, really.
Well, 1001.
I shall do the mathematics.
Yeah, you do the maths. Get your calculator out.
Get your fag packet out and do it on the back.
Yeah, and do it on that. Fag as in cigarettes, if you're watching.
Indeed,
in America.
yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, for those across the water.
Yeah. yes, a fag packet is not where you need to be going.
Oh dear. Right. Okay. So what I'm going to do is randomly, I've chosen 20 albums, as I said. I'm just going to pick the first one. I won't give you the name of the album, and I won't give you the artist, but you'll probably work it out. Hopefully you will. Anyway, I'll give you the year it was issued or released, the date it was released. You know, what number album it might have been for them, perhaps where it got to in the chart in the UK and the US, if at all. And we'll see how it goes. And I think we can maybe work out why some of these albums are actually in this 1001 albums you must listen to before you die. Maybe we should make a rule so that if you haven't heard this album, then you should go ahead and listen to it. What do you think? That's homework.
That
Right.
is homework.
Said book is in front of me here, which you can't see unless you.
Oh, that's a newer version. That's a newer version than the one I've got. Could be all kinds of nightmares in here then.
Well, you never know. I'm not going too far into the future. Well, not the future. That would be.
No,
but you know, the sort of latter century.
Could you not go back to the future and work it from there?
I could do. Yeah, a bit
now,
like
just digressing slightly. Have you seen that there is a Back to the Future stage musical now?
Yeah, we've seen it.
Oh, is it any good?
Yeah, it's good.
I saw the advert for it when I was on the way into London.
In fact, when Shaggy was over here, we went to see it in London.
Oh, did you?
In the
so it's been on for ages. Oh, right,
it's been on for a while. Maybe it went away and it's come back. Maybe
I just saw the adverts.
No, it was good fun. They changed the plot round a little bit, but you wouldn't know because you haven't seen the films, have you?
Has it got an original DeLorean in it?
Original DeLorean, probably not.
Because you know
are they?
Are they?
They are.
You work at a DeLorean factory or something?
Did. Yeah, my first job. But
Right.
they're relaunching them.
Did you do the rust or did you do the wings?
No, I was teaching people who were working on the belt. It was interesting role since they were all a lot older than me. But anyway, there we go.
Come on,
right,
let's get
what we got?
the first one done. Okay, right. The first one, which is on page 308, so without cheating.
Yeah, that's really helpful.
Right, it is an album that was released in February 1973. Okay. And I'll read what I can without giving too much away from this publication. When this album was released, the main man from the band, the king of shock rock, was still with the original members of his band. One album later, the band parted, but they left behind this, their most powerful album. A collaboration with producer Bob Ezrin saw the band embrace a much harder rock style, though now with a smoother polish and accommodating strings and brass. Recording took place both in the US, at his own mansion in Connecticut, and the record plant in New York, and the UK Morgan Studios in London, where among the friends who passed by to lend a hand during the sessions were Mark Bolan, Donovan, and Keith Moon. Do we have any clues so far as to the individual?
Not only do we have the clues, I know
the
exactly what the album is. I do.
Wow. And you're going to beat Geoff to the punch here. He hasn't got a clue. He's okay. Tell me a track from it.
$1 Billion Babies.
$1 Billion Babies is the right answer.
Now, I was going to say Alice Cooper.
Oh, there you go.
That's because
that's something I would say, isn't it? He's having trouble with his cough.
Bless him.
He's
Do you need a bad woman to rub your chest, mate?
I do.
Thought you might.
Okay, I noticed Frank Sinatra quoted in 1967. Blimey. They are the worst band ever, but they have a sense of humour. They know how to entertain. That was what Frank Sinatra said about them. They started early, Alice Cooper, then, didn't they?
What was it, 73?
It's 73, the album, but that was a quote from Sinatra in 67. So they must have...
But Alice Cooper, when he used to do his show on Planet Rock, he often used to talk about meeting Elvis and sitting around a hotel pool with Janis Joplin and Jimi Hendrix in LA. So he would have been around, they were in 67, 68, weren't they? So it would have been, that must have been when he started. When School's Out was 72, wasn't it? Killer was 70 or 71. So, yeah.
So School's Out on $1 Billion Babies?
$1 Billion Babies.
Sorry?
Is School's Out on $1 Billion Babies?
No, School's Out is the album before $1 Billion Babies.
Yeah.
$1 Billion Babies has got $1 Billion Babies, Elected, No More Mr. Nice Guy.
Hello, Hooray.
Hello, Hooray. Raped and Freezing, Unfinished Sweet, My Love for the Dead, and $1 Billion Babies.
Okay.
And
you lost me at Elected, but that's okay.
Elected, yeah, why not? A good song, though, Elected, I think.
Oh, it's a great song.
Mark the commercial explosion of the Alice Cooper phenomenon, and the accompanying tour was to prove one of the biggest money spinners in rock history. Fake Blood, Gallows, replaced by a guillotine for this tour, and electric chairs had been the props of Cooper's performance for a while, and now the songs followed suit. The choice cut here is perhaps... Which one do you think they said then, Stinks? I don't know whether you mentioned this one.
The choice cut?
Final album it is. It's the unnerving story of nephilia that helped take the albums.
Yeah, I Love the Dead.
I Love the Dead, yeah.
Yeah, I Love the Dead Before They Rise.
There you have
I don't remember lyrics, but I remember that one.
Well, you got that one. Well done, Stinks.
So the question is, because I don't know this album at all.
Right.
It's got a green cover, isn't it? From my memory.
It has. Yeah, it has a green cover.
So, why is it in this book?
Good question. If Stinks can not cough for a little while, I don't know. I mean,
no, I'm good. I think if you are going to talk about a rock album which is a defining album of its genre and the era, then that whole kind of shock. Basically, it's all an act with Alice Cooper. He is not that guy.
No, we know this.
So I think that of that kind of era of music, so you had them, and you had Kiss, and you had, some of the other bands that were of, that kind of stage. The stage thing was almost as big as the music. But I think it is very much his best album. So if you're going to have something from that kind of genre of rock in there, it's the one I'd choose. And also the other thing about it is actually it's a brilliant, we've talked lots about how the problem with downloads is you don't get all of the artwork and everything. $1 Billion Babies as an album, it had press out cards inside of the band members. It had a massive great dollar bill in there, which I've still got in my copy. So
$1 billion bill, in fact.
Well, yes, whatever. But I mean, it's the big bill which goes inside it. So I think as a piece of art, and the album cover is rounded off on the corners, so it looks like a wallet. So it's quite cleverly done, I think, as a package.
Okay.
It would. And certainly, you know, Elected, Hello Hooray, and No More Mr. Nice Guy. I mean, they're all, you know, standout.
I do actually know No More Mr. Nice Guy. I know the song.
And I think the lyrics of No More Mr. Nice Guy are clever as well, you know, this kind of thing. And again, it comes back from his church upbringing. It's this thing about being the bad guy in church and someone recognise you, punching you in the nose because you've got this front of being something that you're not. I think it's clever.
Well, I would say that he's a cut above Kiss, to be perfectly honest.
Oh, 100 times, yeah, absolutely.
We went to see Alice Cooper actually at the O2 a few years back, where little Graham came along, and he nearly got turfed out for having a bit of almost 50 cuss with the guy in front of us. Little Graham did, because he was, you know, Graham does talk a lot, doesn't he? So he's talking to me quite loudly in my ear, and the guys in front. At one point, you could see them getting a bit restless, and they sort of turned around and said something to him. Said, you know, can you be quiet? We can't hear what they're singing. So Graham basically said, "What? You can't hear that?" Well, it was quite loud, to be fair. But yeah, you're right. It is a stage show. It's just, as you say, an act. It's a real stage performance. But yeah, and this was I can't remember what I said. Was that the last with the band or the first?
Yeah, no, it was the last. It was the last with the Alice Cooper band.
With Alice Cooper band, yeah.
Yeah, with the kind of the guys who'd been with him through Killer and Schools Out. So it was kind of, I think that's 3 albums. I can't remember what the one before that was called, but they're the 3 I've got. So
yeah, Love It to Death was one, was it? Was that one? Did you mention
that was the one before Killer, wasn't it?
Okay, all right. Right,
I think so. I can't.
I didn't buy $1 Billion Babies when it came out. I guess you did. Or maybe you bought it.
I didn't buy it when it came out, but I owned
but
it.
You've got it subsequently. Yeah,
After.
I mean, I haven't got it. I wouldn't recognise the track names if apart from the major singles, probably. This next album, however, I did buy when it came out, and it was released in 1987. Okay, it was a number 1 album in the US. It was a number 3. No, it wasn't. Tell a lie. It was number 1 both sides of the Atlantic, actually. I was skipping down to the next song there, or next album. It was his debut album.
His.
All right. So what I've got to say about this one. By the time his previous band performed their farewell concert before 72, in 1986, there was no leap of faith required to picture him carving out a very successful solo career. He was a songwriter, lead singer, and possessed the face that millions of adoring young girls had their bedroom walls. Yet he surpassed all experts with this debut solo release. This landmark album sold 10 million copies worldwide. The first album by a white solo artist that hit the US R&B number 1 spot. Spawned a staggering 7 hit singles and put him in the same celebrity stratosphere as Michael Jackson, Madonna, and Prince. Both gay and straight communities adopted the leather earring and stubble look sported on the cover.
Okay.
Is this George Michael?
Yes, it is. And the album?
Faith,
yeah. I think I'll give that one to Jeff. He got in there first, but yeah. Faith, George Michael, which was...
I think it was it was his first without the band, because
yes,
I know it's not really kind of a band,
but I think that's what threw me. But okay, yeah, George Michael, genius.
Maybe, is it a duo? Andrew Ridgeley. And
I got it when you mentioned the stubble and the earring.
It was.
I bet you would.
I think more than anything else, it was George Michael with his mate doing a bit. So does that make a band? Does that make a duo?
No, that makes absolutely sense. I mean, Andrew Ridgeley was basically his wingman who didn't actually do very much.
Yeah,
George Michael,
like Linda McCartney, basically.
Yeah, well, yes, exactly.
With all due respect. Yeah.
with all due respect. Yeah, exactly. Well, and Yoko Ono. Basically,
that's true.
Yeah.
And
George Michael was.
I'd rather wake up next to Andrew Ridgeley, if I'm being honest, than Yoko Ono.
Than George Michael, I was going to say. We're getting on Alice Cooper necrophilia again now, aren't we, for a minute?
Anyway,
steady on.
This has gone downhill very, very quickly.
I love I think I prefer his second album, which was Listen Without Prejudice, which came out 2 or 3 years later. Faith's got some great songs on. I mean, I love the way it opens up with this church organ at the start of the title.
Was
track.
it you that was talking about this a couple of days ago?
I did, because I played it, didn't I? But it's like it's basically a snippet of the Wham single Freedom.
Yeah.
And it comes across like a funeral for a friend sort of thing, saying goodbye to what's happened in the past, and then you come with that acoustic riff, and he's off.
Faith is a single genius, absolute genius.
But not that keen on the album, not so familiar with it.
I don't know it, I'm afraid.
Okay.
There's
a lot of singles.
I probably know the singles if you were to name them, but I don't know them.
The Figure.
Yeah.
I Want Your Sex. That's not me directing the question to you.
Yeah. I'm not offering it to you or to him.
I think a brilliant song, Closing Side One, which I don't know where I got this from, but I was sure that Frank Sinatra had sang it once, but I'm not sure about that because I can't find it anywhere. It was a song called One More Try. I think it's a great song. He doesn't sing One More Try until the last 3 words of the title. Other singles were Monkey was a single, Kissing a Fool, a bluesy number. Bluesy number, closing the album. I Want Your Sex, actually, parts 1 and 2, I think it is, actually. Steve Wright, the late, great Steve Wright, used to...
In the afternoon,
use the end sort of coda of that, where it goes off to the sort of brassy bit, as his show ends bit, as a matter of interest. Because I think the day he died, actually, when I was on air that day, I finished with that, which I thought was in tribute to the man. So Faith, George Michael, and that was 7. Yeah, what we got? 4 times platinum in the UK, diamond status, in the US, which is 10 million.
That's a lot of sales, isn't it?
That is quite a lot.
There is a lot more Americans, so you know.
There are a lot more Americans. That's very true. Okay, shall we move on to the next one? So we've done all right with those 2. And if you want, you can make note of any of these. Some track you want to play me to play tomorrow, Stinks. Okay, next one. Released in 1974, in July 1974. I think you'll get this one as well. However unfairly, this album, his second solo album, will always live in the shadow of his success with his last album, double live album. No, it wasn't. Was it live? No, it wasn't live album. But his band album that came out, which set the course of the stellar guitarist post-60s career as a mellow, bluesy, and occasionally anthemic pop rocker. Released after endless tours for that album that I mentioned, or hinted at, and their live recording, this album was inevitably seen as a pleasant but modest continuation of music that was already familiar. This album has a smouldering groove that still burns today. Number 3 in the UK, number 1 in the US, went platinum in the US. As I said, it was his second album, solo album.
Is he an American chappie?
No.
He's an English.
It's recorded, this might give it away, it's recorded in Miami, Florida, at a house owned
I know what it is. It's Clapton, 461 Ocean Boulevard.
I was going to say, can you tell me the address of the house? Stigwood's house, wasn't it?
It's Clapton, 461 Ocean Boulevard.
It's 461 Ocean Boulevard, yeah, in 74. and that's
So
a
what
good
was
album.
what was the album?
Layla.
You said
They're
that
talking about the Layla album.
Layla.
right. So they're talking about Layla. Okay.
They're talking about Layla. I was trying to. When I started to read it, I thought this is going to go wrong. So yeah.
Well, it did, because I was completely confused by
Yeah,
that.
you were
Totally.
completely confused. All right, okay. I do apologise.
But congratulations. So what was what were the big hits on 461? I know we talked about it when we did the Clapton show, but I can't remember.
461 was I Shot the Sheriff, I guess, was the
Yeah.
was the big single. Hold on, I've lost you on the screen now. Let's go somewhere else. I'll tell you what, I'm not sure it was a single, but Let It Grow is on there.
That's a great song.
It is.
That's a great song.
It is.
I concur. We're all in agreement. That is a
I
good song.
quite like the Clapton stuff of that era. It's kind of the stuff that led him into the JJ Cale stuff as well, isn't it? It is. It's much more laid back, and a little bit easier on the ear, I find.
Well, I think it was, if you go back to Layla, then I think if you take things like Bell Bottom Blues, and I know that's, you know, they're covers of blues standards, but if you take those kind of more bluesy numbers off that, then that kind of pointed to where he was going with 461, and then later on with some of his other solo stuff. He kind of stopped rocking out really after Layla, and then obviously previously all the Cream stuff. But
yes, I find his guitar sound at Cream quite harsh, and he seems to have ditched that harshness and got a much mellower, smoother, more laid back,
a smouldering groove, in fact, perhaps.
A smouldering groove. I've always liked a smouldering groove, personally.
Oh, haven't we all?
Despite all of this, despite all of this nonsense about Clapton being God, and I do have the Clapton is God double album, which is all right. Basically, if you go Yardbirds or John Mayall's Blues Breakers, Yardbirds, Cream, he's basically a blues guitarist doing blues rock. I think once you get into the second part of Layla and then onwards, he kind of does become more of a kind of, is that more mellow, laid back. And you're right, it then leads on to the stuff he did with JJ Cale, etc., etc. And eventually Pilgrim, which obviously everybody hates and I love, but that is about as slow and smoulderingly groovy as you can get. But anyway, so yes, 461 Ocean Boulevard.
Or Miserable. Was it a Miserable album, wasn't it, or not?
Yeah, it was. You played it a couple of weeks ago, didn't you?
I disagree. I think it's a brilliant album.
Another one.
But that's because I like Misery.
Willie and the Hand Jive. That's all I will say.
But you don't like
Willie and the Hand Jive.
That's on there as well. Yeah, good song. Good song. An oldie, but a goodie. Oh, Motherless Children is on there too.
Yeah,
which is,
yeah.
But that's not an original one of his. The other thing, I mean, there's a few bluesy ones on. Robert Johnson, of course, Steady Rolling Man. But yeah, it is definitely a little bit more laid back. And I like that side of Eric Clapton as well, to be honest. More so than the godlike guitarist from the 60s, if I'm honest. The cover photos and the title suggest that the Eric and the band, most notably bassist Carl Radle, is it, or Raddle? Radle? Raddle. Even though there's only one D. Very confusing.
Carl Raddle.
Does that mean you have a ladle when you're in the kitchen?
No, right. Can we not go here, or I'm going to have to raise. Piss off. Are we going to have to then have a conversation about the fact that it's Mike Darbo, not Mike Dabo? But anyway, go on.
Mike, I had to quickly check the pronunciation because I noticed when we were on with who was it, with Austin Down Under.
Yes.
He called him Mike Diabo. And
it's not. It's
Mike
Darbo.
It's Darbo.
It's
Mike
Darbo.
Well, I looked at how you pronounce it, and it comes up Mike D-U-H Bo. Debo. So that's how I pronounced it when I mentioned him this morning, was it? Yeah, because I played.
It was this morning.
Handbags and Glad Rags.
No.
And stuff.
Was it this morning?
Yeah, it was
this morning.
Yeah, I think it was this morning. Yeah.
It's been a very long day.
Yeah,
notably Carl Raddle and drummer. Do you know the drummer? Jamie Oldacre.
No.
No.
Alternated making the album in laid-back sessions at Miami's Criteria Studios and living together and hanging out by the pool of the big house nearby.
Yeah, when it says hanging out, it means doing drugs. You know that,
Drugs.
don't you?
Yes.
That's if you read between those lines, that's what it means.
Well, yeah, indeed.
Well, it says here that melodic yearning, let it grow is another standout track. We agree that is a
We
standout track.
absolutely agree.
With
Absolutely.
sublime chord shifts that echo Led Zeppelin's Stairway to Heaven.
Oh, good lord! Everything
I
echoes bloody
think-
Stairway to Heaven.
I think it resembles the coda of the Beatles. I Want You, She's So Heavy on Abbey Road, actually. It goes on for about 3 minutes. Ding, 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 ding. That. But that's another issue. That's the third one down. Okay. Do you want another one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whee!
Woo! How excited you
Yeehaw!
are. Yeehaw. Right, okay. Do you want to go back to 69, shall we?
Oh,
This is an album. I should take my glasses off to read it. It might make it a bit easier. This is their... No, it's not. It's their fourth album, I think. Yeah, it refers to their second album here, but it's actually their fourth. It's saying that their second album, which came out with the same band, basically, including an overwhelming reworking of the traditional song A Sailor's Life. I'm saying the odd track name.
okay.
That effectively became the manifesto of English folk rock. Tragedy then struck.
This has got to be
Tragedy-
Fairport Convention then.
Tragedy then struck when the band's van overturned, killing the drummer and a young friend of the band, Jeannie Franklin. Reeling from the disaster, the survivors regrouped with a new drummer, Dave Mattox,
Oh,
And-
this is yeah.
and the folk
What's that
circuit
called?
star, Dave Swarbrick. So Jeff is on the right lines. For recording sessions at a country house in Hampshire, England. Result.
This is Leaf and Leach or Leach and Leaf. I keep
Liege and
Yeah,
Leaf.
Liege and Leaf, isn't
Liege
it?
and Leaf.
Yeah.
Yeah, he goes on. If Unheartbreaking was the second album that they were referring to, had troubled the folk purists, or even the folk purists, if you prefer.
Poke
Folk
Furious.
Furious.
But delighted the growing folk rock audience. Liege and Leaf stirred further controversy, not least within the band itself. Building on A Sailor's Life, Fairport were now singing and playing traditional dances and ballads with electric instruments. Notably on the legendary version of the murder ballad Matty Groves, featuring Richard Thompson's superlative guitar work. They were also writing quality original songs too, such as Farewell, Farewell and Crazy Man Michael. However, Hutchings' insistence on traditional material over originals irked Sandy Denny, the most beautiful voice in contemporary British rock, and much admired by, that's them again, Led Zeppelin, among others. Both she and Hutchings parted from Fairport Convention soon after Liege and Leaf, leaving a unique legacy.
It is one of the. A few years back, I got into some of the folk stuff quite a lot, and got hold of Liege and Leaf because it's the album that you're supposed to. And I thought to myself, shall I bother with this or not? And I bought this, and I bought From the Witchwood by the Straubs, and they are both immaculate. And this particularly, Matty Groves is absolutely fabulous. But they do a whole bunch of stuff. A lot of the Irish and the Western folk tunes that they just play. There's no singing. They don't. Superb. It's an absolutely brilliant album. And whether Sandy Denny likes it or not, it stands in her stead. Like it really does. It's her.
It's her finest hour.
It is her finest hour. That's the words I was looking for. I can only think of Swan Song, and it isn't that, but it was her finest hour.
I think the interesting thing for me is that I loved From the Witchwood right from ages ago, and I bought it on CD donkeys years ago. But Gordon said to me, I've got a copy of Liege and Leaf. Do you want it? And I thought, well, yes, I probably do. Everybody everybody of our generation had a copy of Legion Leaf. You know, it was kind of one of the albums you bought, which presumably is why it's in this 1001 albums before you die. And I got it and I played it once and I thought, this is really, really good a couple of times, and thought, yeah, I don't know why I didn't buy this before. So I agree with you. I think it really is an outstanding, it is the outstanding album of its genre from the Witchwood.
I don't play albums complete very often at all anymore. I tend to shuffle the pack that I've got on my iTunes and whatever, and you get a bit here and a bit there.
But CBW Radio.
Absolutely. But this is one of the albums that I play fairly often, all the way through.
Yeah.
Because it is just brilliant.
It is. There isn't a single
sessions.
But it's one of those things where, when you listen to an album and you go, well, it's a good album, but there's one track where you go, it's all right. This doesn't have one of those, and neither does From the Witchwood. No. They're both albums where, right from front to back, every song means something.
Yep. Sorry, what were you saying?
No, I was saying this sounds like an album for my relaxation sessions. I should be listening to then.
You should be listening to it. There are little bits of it if you're relaxing, which will wake you up. But there are other bits that will send you happily into a melodic haze.
A melodic haze. And any drugs involved in that as well?
I wouldn't have thought so. Not yes, lots.
English folk.
You said earlier, Geoff, Leaf. You thought everyone of our generation should have a copy. Was that you that said that?
No, Pete said that. Pete said that everyone did. When I was looking into the genre, because I picked up a couple of things. I picked up a Martin Simpson album, which was superb, and I picked up some other bits and pieces, some of the John Jones stuff, and whatever. And I was looking at the historical stuff, and doing a bit of looking on the interweb, and the two albums that just kept popping up were this one and From the Witchwood. So I thought, okay, let's see whether they're right or not. And shock horror, they were right, because they're both albums that needs to be listened to
before you die.
Before you die,
and that's why they're in there.
I don't know whether From the Witchwood is in there, but it should be.
I don't know either. It could be. There's not one that I've chosen today, anyway. Right, let's move on to another one. Moving forward a couple of decades, actually, to the 80s. Yes. Okay. This was released in March 87. It was their 5th album.
Blimey.
And it was, I'll read what it says. This album marks the point in the band's long and gloriously inconsistent career at which they woke up to the possibilities of studio technology, expanded their sound from a post-punk chug, and found grandeur, abstraction, and finesse. Many in the band's enormous fan base were converted to the cause by the arch wit of the next album and the reawakening from that. But an older, possibly less sophisticated stratum of followers were grabbed by the landscaped songs of this particular album. And it was a number 1 on both sides of the Atlantic. 10 times platinum in the UK and diamond platinum in the UK. Diamond status, sorry, in the UK.
I'm going to take a punt on this one.
Is it one of his favourite bands? Not.
I think it is the Joshua Tree by U2.
Ting, you are correct, sir. It is the Joshua Tree.
What made you say that? From what Colin said, what made you say that?
I just knew it was the Joshua Tree.
He listened.
Well, no. It's because he said post-punk, and if you listen to early,
what have U2 got to do with post-punk?
Because if you listen to the first U2 album, which came out in 1980, 79, 80, they came in on the coattails of the punk movement, and all of those songs are quite choppy, short, punky songs. Okay. And they grew and developed through. What was the first album? Was it War and then Bad, or was it Bad and then War?
I think October. Was it October?
Oh, was it October? Was the first one? Was it? I can't
It could
remember.
be War. And it's October, War, and what was the other one?
Boy. Yeah.
Then Unforgettable Fire.
Unforgettable Fire, and then
the
Joshua Tree.
And
But
then
the
the album
Unforgettable
they're talking about was Acting Baby.
Yeah, that's right. Acting Baby came after. But the Unforgettable Fire was the one which really, I think, was the one which moved them from being what they were to what they were going to become with the Joshua Tree.
Maybe so, yeah. A link to it. I know, Jeff, you're not a big fan of U2, though, are you?
I'm not a big fan of U2 albums.
Yeah.
So individual songs. You played one a couple. That Passenger song as well that you played was brilliant.
Yeah. Miss Sarajevo, yeah, it's a good song.
Sarajevo, fantastic.
Yeah. With Luciano Pavarotti.
Who's got his feet in ice at the minute, and everybody's upset about it.
Who has?
So he's got a statue in Milan or somewhere, and they've turned the area that his statue's in into an ice rink for Christmas. That the statue's feet are in the ice rink, and Mrs. Pavarotti is very upset.
Oh no.
Anyway, some of the U2 songs superb.
Me, Jeff. I think in that respect, because I'm like you. I don't often listen to albums all the way through. We're completely opposite of what Stinks does. He does it a lot more. It's more
I should own the greatest hits, really, but I don't.
You should.
The greatest hits is the great. No, there is, and I've got it. And that was the first album of theirs that I bought. I don't own the Joshua Tree. I got the greatest hits, and then I bought Rattle and Hum. But for me, the Joshua Tree, it's just a brilliant. In fact, tonight I was just watching stuff on YouTube because I didn't bother getting into anything because I knew we were doing the podcast, and I went down the usual music rabbit hole, and I came across you remember the one where U2 did Where the Streets Have No Name, standing on the roof of the shop in Los Angeles and brought everything to a close, and the police wanted to move them on, but they played it, and it's an absolutely brilliant version of it. And it just reminded me how good they really are live and at writing those songs. I mean, that has got one of the great hooks for me in popular music. You know, it's one of those ones where as soon as it starts, you know exactly what's coming and the way it builds. As it's a terrific song. But they did go downhill post Acting Baby, I think. You know, after that they got a big.
Yeah, I think you're right. That could be said about many people beyond the even the 70s, actually, certainly beyond the 80s. But yeah, I still haven't found what I'm looking for. With or Without You, all on there as well. You'd know these songs, I'm sure. Jeff.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
But yeah, I think I'm with you in that it's someone will say, do you like such and such? You don't like them, and I said, well, I don't mind them. It's one of those. You're like, well, yeah, I do like a lot of their songs, but my album. Nowadays, it's so easy. I can just download them and have them.
It is.
Like I have a lot. Yeah, all of these albums actually so far I've probably got. But I mean, with Faith, I've definitely went and got it, and Joshua Tree also went and got as well. So that's two.
I think if you were going to buy a U2 album that wasn't the Joshua Tree, you'd buy Rattle and Hum, because I think for me that is the one which encapsulates the best of the band.
I mean, I obviously, as you well know, I'm a big punk fan, and they came out after that. It was less punky, even then, though. And it was more. There's probably a name for it, proto-punk or something. It was something that wasn't quite punk, but it was sort of hinting at it. Maybe just started because of all the new wave stuff that was around. And I wasn't as keen on their earlier stuff. What got me into them, I thought there's something about this lot, was Live Aid, actually.
Yeah, they were brilliant at Live Aid.
They only sang a couple of songs, which is Sunday Bloody Sunday, which was that on the Unforgettable Fire? I think it might have been. I don't know.
It was that or War.
Bad, which went on for about 15 minutes, I think, at Live Aid. And he was so good with the crowd as well. And
that's the thing about Bono. If you're talking about lead singers with charisma, he's right up there. Freddie Mercury and the greats of being charismatic male lead singers. Whether you like him or hate him, you can't deny his charisma, the same as whether you like or hate Freddie Mercury. You can't
ignore him. You can't
No.
ignore him, right? Okay, next up then. Joshua Tree done. Next up, this was released in 7 years for this one. Okay, in a decade of social unrest, the grey facade of 1970s Britain was crumbling under high unemployment and apathy. The entire country seemed in a state of cold turkey. The optimism of the 60s, a distant memory. Along came a kick in the balls, literal as well as titular.
Ooh, good word.
Well, we know what that is then, and I have no words to say on the matter.
He's got no more to say on the matter.
It's a great album.
Kick in the balls.
No, it really isn't a great album.
It really is. And it really is an album that you should listen to.
I don't know why.
The only people that think it's good are people who believe that they think it's good. At every conceivable level, lyrically, musically, it is shit.
That's the exact opposite. More, I'd have thought, could be aimed at anyone like yourself. People may argue that's exactly what prog rock is. You think it's better than
prog
everything
rock is
else.
music.
So that's why I like
it.
Music.
It's music, as opposed to a shouty Arsenal fan and a murderer. I'm sorry, I'm not having it. It's crap.
It's in 1,001 albums you should hear before you die.
Let's just put this in. Let's just put this in.
Excuse me.
Put it as a coffee.
I've heard it. It's shit.
Right.
1,001 albums. Absolutely, it's the one, and it needs to go in the toilet.
It definitely is a genre-defining album. It definitely is.
I agree. Yes, 100%.
And therefore, it holds its place in 1,001 albums to listen to.
I agree. I'm not disagreeing with that. It's shit.
Okay. Of its style, and you may think that the whole of its style is shit, but of its style, it's a very good album. The places that style of music front and central to in the popular culture and in music at the time. It just does.
People who and didn't concentrate in school and spent their time picking their noses and shooting.
Okay, I fully accept the fact that I didn't concentrate in school, but I do understand music generally. I mean, there's people who do it better than me. Does?
Awful.
Do I? I just like things, or I don't like things. And
well,
I like this.
Which actually is more important, to be blunt.
Well, yeah.
It is. And I really, 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 really don't like it.
But one could argue the complete opposite of what you're saying is that you could say that you don't like it because you don't think you should like it.
No, absolutely not. No, it's not, because I love the Clash.
I understand why you can.
I like the Clash. I like the Clash. I like the Tom Robinson Band. I like Devo. I like loads of that stuff. I like Sham 69. Never Mind the Bollocks is utter crap. It's awful from start to finish. There's no good songs, no good words, no good musicianship. It's a fucking awful cover. It is shit. But people who want to listen to it, knock yourselves out.
I can indeed. And joking aside, it isn't, but you're allowed your opinion.
We know it isn't. We know it isn't.
And B, it absolutely deserves its place in the book.
I didn't say it didn't. Yes, it does deserve its place in the book because it is genre defining.
Can I tell you what my friend says about prog?
Generally crap.
Can I tell you what my friend says about prog artists?
I don't care. Prog artists are musicians.
That's a bit small-minded. Anyway, what he says is they are a bunch of really good musicians who don't know how to end a song.
and I love that. And frankly,
and
I can listen to something which goes
they just keep playing.
Yes, absolutely. Good. 35 minutes. Go for it. None of this 2 minutes rubbish. Nonsense.
Moving on, Colin, before he has a heart
Moving on.
attack.
Yeah.
I'm not going to have a heart attack. I'm very happy to rant about Never Mind the Bollocks at every available opportunity.
I'm going
Bring
to
it up
play
every
Anarchy in the UK as he goes down through the tunnel.
Got to.
You aren't, because I've already put the music for my funeral into my will, and my solicitor's dealing with all that lot.
Oh, and never
So
mind
it's
the
free. So it's Freebird. Anyway,
God Save the Queen.
God save the Queen. The fascist regime. What's about with that as a lyric?
Anyway,
yeah.
So never mind the bollocks. It was a #1 album in the UK. Even got to number 107 in the US.
Brilliant.
Which is amazing. 2 times
Further
platinum in
proof
the
the
UK.
Americans know what they're talking about when it comes to music.
In the US. I'll talk over Stinky at the moment.
He's still renting. He'll be renting the rest of the thing.
Yeah, we'll ignore it. Right, let's move on to something. Needless to say, that's another album that I bought when it came out. Not because it was genre defining, because that means not a lot to me, to be perfectly honest, just because it was great. We'll end it there. This album came out in 1998. I know. Now I'm trying to not give the game away with this. She was in a group, and that band became worldwide megastars with their album in 1996, an unflinchingly positive record that rewrote the hip-hop rules.
I know what this is.
You know what this is. You're not so ranting in this one, I'm sure.
No, not at all, because it's a genre-defining album and it's absolutely brilliant.
Well, I don't think it's brilliant, but I'm perfectly willing to accept that you do. Thank you very much.
Exactly the same as my opinion on Never Mind the Bollocks.
It isn't. You keep saying it's shit. And everyone that likes it is only saying they like it because think they should like it.
Please, sir, what album is it?
It is The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, and the album that preceded it was the Fugees' The Score.
You are correct.
Okay, the Fugees album is absolute bollocks. Now,
it's brilliant.
I don't know what this album's like, but if she was part of the Fugees, then it's not a good start.
And Miseducation of Lauryn Hill is a genre-defining album.
Good.
And she has got a tremendous voice.
Did she use it?
Did you have any hits?
Yes. Do What That Thing.
Do What That Thing. That was lyrically a good one, I guess.
It was.
Do What That Thing.
Do What.
What was the other single? Was the other single Zion? I think Zion was a single. I can't remember what the other singles were.
Yeah, I'm not confident about.
Oh, she does. She does a version of not killing. Is it Killing Me Softly?
Does she kill it?
No, she has got an absolutely magnificent voice.
That was with the Fugees.
Yeah. So what was the song? Yeah, that was on the Fugees. That was on the Score. But what was the album? I can't remember what were the singles off that album?
What, the Score or the Education?
No, the Miseducation, which is the one we're talking about.
Right. Okay. Right. If it's hopefully it will say our singles. Do What That Thing.
Yeah. Do What That Thing. Yeah.
X Factor.
Oh, X Factor. Yeah, that's right. X Factor.
And Everything Is Everything.
Yeah, I don't remember that one. I mean, I know it because I've got the album, but it's
recorded in about 1 million different places, from Chungking in New York, Circle House, Miami, the Hit Factory in New York.
Is that because they kept chucking her out of all the other ones?
Could be.
I don't know the album. I don't know what it sounds like.
I'm not. I'm.
Watch Sister Act 2. She is just the greatest singer.
This was her only album, wasn't it? On her own.
Well, she's done stuff since, but like she had a 20-year break. So yeah, I mean, but she made so much money out of this album. It literally sold bucket loads around the world. It is whether you like it or not, and I perfectly accept people don't. If never mind the bollocks is genre defining for that sort of music, this is genre defining for hip hop.
It was #1 in the US, #2 in the UK, 4 times platinum in the UK, diamond status in the US, which I think is 10 million, isn't it? Something like that, yeah. Well, if it comes to the choice of the two musics, I think you know which one I would prefer to listen to.
And then you know which one I would.
I know, indeed.
And it's good night from them.
Indeed.
Go on, let's move up to another one. Even later than 1998. This is in 2002.
I think my copy of 1001 Albums to Hear Before You Die only goes as far as 2002 or 2003. So you're obviously
this
working
might
off
be
different...
in it. This might be in it. On the Parlophone label, which was the Beatles label. Can't go wrong with that. They didn't do badly, Parlophone. I think they had Radiohead as well, and they did do too bad with them. Right. This in 2002 was their second album. #1 in the UK, #5 in the US. 10 times platinum in the UK. 4 times platinum in the US. Recorded in London and somewhere else. I can't read my own writing.
Haven't you got a book?
It says. I've got a book, but I got that off the interwebby thing actually. Yeah, London and Liverpool and stuff. And what it says here, as the 9/11 anniversary approached, the main character of the band and his 3 pals unveiled their, I don't like that word, sophomore effort. Sophomore, it's very American, isn't it? Sophomore.
I don't know what that means.
We don't
Isn't
have that.
isn't that a school year?
Second one. Second, yeah.
No,
Like
yes, the sophomore term. No, sophomore is your second year at school, college.
Year, isn't it? Yeah, yeah. Penned and designed with a feeling of post-attack desperation. The UK #1 set took 8 months to record in Liverpool and London. Oh, I did say it there after all. Interrupted by friends who soon got very bored, and Echo and the Bunnymen's influential Ian McCulloch. He convinced the main man again. The album needed a song that goes 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3, resulting in a psychedelic song, A Whisper. I'll say that because I don't think you'll know the song. You're nowhere near getting it at the moment, are you?
No.
I mean, they're a massive band.
Okay, well, let's think of massive bands. It could be Coldplay.
Massive.
It's Coldplay. Go for it in one.
Okay.
Their second album. Do you know what that was called? Are we going to have clues here?
Go on then. I own a Coldplay album.
What like Stinks had when I mentioned Nevermind the Bollocks.
Is it the opposite of what?
He had a quick dispersion. It's not the right word, is it? Okay. Second word of the album title is also the name of a prog rock band.
Yes.
No.
Crimson.
Is it prog rock? He might argue thinks that it isn't prog rock.
Another Pink.
No. You say Pink?
Yeah.
As in Pink?
Floyd.
It's not. Oh, Pink Floyd. Sorry, I thought you meant Pink as in the singer Pink. What is he talking about? He's gone mad.
No, Pink Floyd.
This word is a band. It is a band, and a squeaky voice singer.
Journey.
No. Worse singer than that.
Oh, you don't like him? Rush.
Rush, yeah. So a rush of what goes through the
blood
vessel,
to the head.
rush of blood to the head, which is exactly what you had when I mentioned Nevermind the Bollocks earlier on. A Coldplay, a rush of blood to the head. Their second album. So you're not familiar with it. This is definitely one that I got when it came out. I think it's their best album.
Has he got a white cover?
Yes.
I own it.
It's got on it In My Place.
Okay, so I was given it by someone that Pete knows, who every now and again goes and buys records, goes and buys CDs and goes, I bought this, I don't like it, do you want it? And I usually say yes unless it's some whiny woman, when I often say no. I thought, actually, I'll give it a listen. And I did give it a listen as soon as I got it. I thought, actually, this isn't awful.
Yeah. Well,
And I don't think I've played it since, but not deliberately, just because I haven't played it since.
No, because you don't play albums so much. But yeah, that's a good review, though. This isn't awful. You should be a reviewer, a critic there with in the Rolling Stone.
Is this the one that's got yellow on it or not?
No, that was on their first album. This has got on its Scientist.
Okay.
Scientist, and it's got In My Place. They're the two, and Clocks.
Right.
Which Josh played on the piano at the station in Malaga when we went to the Champions League final in 2019. They had a random piano in the station, and he went on there. He just started playing Clocks, and everyone started coming and listening to it. Yeah, it's a good album. It is. I think it's their best album. X and Y followed it. It was a decent album. The first one is a bit more. I don't think it's quite as good. This is a little bit more rocky, a little bit more guitar-led album. A Rush of Blood to the Head. But it's 1,001 albums you should listen to before you die. So
well, I have listened to it. I just don't remember it.
All right, okay.
I'll give it another listen.
I haven't, but I do know Clocks.
Okay, there you go. Let's move on swiftly then to next one. Heading back to 1967. And
Sergeant Pepper.
You are wrong. That's not Sergeant Pepper. I've got to find it in the book first. Let's find a page number. Here we are. Okay. This was a profound influence, this band it was. And this album had a profound influence on the evolution of rock music in the late 60s. And it is attributable not only to the singer's compelling voice, dark poetry, and personal charisma, but also to the assured interaction between the keyboards and the guitarist. I could say the names, that will give it away. And the drums, actually. The face of the group, quite literally on the cover, actually.
This is the Doors.
It is the Doors and the Doors, yeah.
The Doors, yes. It's a great album.
Number 2, it was in the US, and I haven't got a listing for it in the UK chart. Strangely,
probably didn't chart. Wouldn't surprise me if it didn't.
And yet, it's 2 times platinum in the UK. So it obviously did it over a period of
a longer period of time. Yeah.
I
think a lot of people bought a lot of Doors stuff once Jim Morrison died.
I was just about to say the same thing.
Well, I think they bought LA Woman because it's such a good album, and then he died like immediately. And I think everyone went, actually, we need to look back at this. And the Doors, the first album was the obvious one to go for.
I think that's exactly what happened. I think it's one of those things where because he died, he became an icon, and so people bought the iconography.
Mm. It's a very good album. I'm trying to think of stuff on it. It's a very good album.
My Fire's on there.
Yeah.
Break On Through.
Is it wrong to like Jose Feliciano's version of that as well?
No, I like that.
It's a great cover.
Almost.
You can't do a great cover of Bad Song, can you?
No, you can't. And the end goes on a bit.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's one of my favourite Doors tracks.
Obviously, so.
That goes without saying.
Yes.
What they say about it is right, because actually the 3 guys in the band, I mean, they're superb musicians, but they play so tightly, which enables Morrison to go and do what he does, which is take far too many drugs and sing really weird lyrics with a funny voice. But he does it really well, and they're so tight underneath doing what they do that he can get away with it.
I know you're a big fan of the Doors, aren't you? Are you a big fan as well, Stinks? I think you are, aren't you?
Not a big fan. I like them. I don't love them. I've got the Doors. I've got the Doors' greatest hits, and I play that. In fact, I played it the other day. But no, I just.
We love a great.
Basically, all of the good stuff they did is on greatest hits. It's like 16 tracks. I don't need the rest of the albums. I've got all the ones I like. I really love their version of Roadhouse Blues. That's my.
I do.
That's one of my favourite.
Yeah, I like that. But I like the original version, of course, Roadhouse Blues. But yeah, I mean, Quo did that, and that's how I got to know the song. And went back. I'd never heard the Doors version, but that's the good thing about when people do
Doors
covers.
version's really good.
And the Quo version's a lot longer than the Doors version. Those things you might prefer the Quo one,
Yes.
given that it's about 7 or 8 minutes long, probably.
Yeah, it's one of Quo's finest hours.
Without trying to repeat myself, but yeah, I like you, Jeff. I like a lot of songs by a lot of artists, and the Doors one of those. But overall, I just find them a little bit dark.
Yeah,
And
I get that.
A little bit miserable in a way. His voice is a miserable voice, and it's very down, and it doesn't make me feel up. So I like to feel. I don't mind Light My Fire. Yeah, good song. Even though the album version does go on a bit.
It does go on a bit, yeah.
But the edited version I do like. I've got a little text here from Sean saying into album.
It's the only one of Radiohead that I am familiar with.
Yes, well, because a lot of people will say it is their greatest hour. Like the Doors, though, I'm not a huge Radiohead fan.
Neither am I, but if I was listening to Radiohead, that's the album I'd listen to.
That would be the album, probably, yeah. Although the first two of the Bends isn't too bad as well, with High and Dry on, and what's the other one? Fake Plastic Trees, and the first album with Creep. It's more of almost like an early U2 album, shall we say? The first Radiohead album.
I think when we had the conversation about bands that you like because you're supposed to like them or you don't like
Radiohead are up there.
Radiohead were in both.
To me, Radiohead are overall post OK Computer. There might be one or two odd songs after, but they're a band that, in my humble opinion, seem to be liked because they're by Radiohead.
Yeah,
they have a core fan base that would like whatever they do.
Yeah,
he likes Stinks with the Sex Pistols. You know, everything they do, he loves. It's that kind of thing. Yeah, it's that kind
then
of thing.
Queen and Kate Bush. I mean, you know,
yes,
my,
absolutely.
And Madness, my quadrumvirate of joy.
Do you know something? Sorry to come off OK Computer, Sean, but I used to not like Madness at all. And every time I hear a Madness track now, I go, I'm really enjoying this.
Well, they were
it's
quite
making
fun.
It's making me feel good.
But a bit simple for some tastes, shall we say?
Yeah, I get that. But like, I think that
they are jolly. I remember Madness. A friend of mine, I've mentioned him actually. Bless his cotton socks. This morning when I played.
Is this Julian or
Streets
Tim?
of London. Ralph McTell, which is such a good song. And he used to play Julian. Yeah, he died in '87 on the day we played Coventry in the FA Cup final, actually. So not a great day all round, that wasn't. But he used to
play.
Tell me
about it. I was working in Coventry.
Oh no, even worse. But he used to play the song, and they used to sing that. He couldn't sing for toffee, poor old Julian, but he used to sing "Streets of Epping." I'll lead you through the street, lead you by the nose in the streets of Epping. He used to sing. And I can't remember why I started mentioning him.
Madness.
No idea.
No, it must be something that Jeff said. Madness. Yeah, Madness. When when he was still alive, the last couple of years went up there. So he died in '87. It was probably the mid '80s. He had the complete Madness album, and we were playing that and we'd sing. And I always think of him when I'm thinking of the Sun and the Rain and baggy trousers.
I think I've said this before. Julie's brother, when he died, he went down to One Step Beyond.
Nice.
It was just like really made us all laugh, which was was a good moment, but also you go okay,
But I think everyone would laugh at Stink's funeral when they start coming out with ding 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 ding. Pretty vacant starts out. And that would be great, wouldn't it?
I think we should lift the coffin and go. It's pretty vacant.
I told you it's not going to happen.
Oh, it's not going to happen. No, all right then. So the Doors, you both got that. Anything else on the Doors?
No, nothing else on the Doors.
All right, okay. 65 now. You should get this without any trouble whatsoever, I'm sure. Came out this very day in 1965.
Rubber Soul.
Got it in one because I played a lot of it today. And,
You did.
And it's all over Twitter, and it's all over Blue Sky, and so yes, I've been reading about Rubber Soul all day.
Yeah, it's such a great album. It's a sixth album.
Can we all agree that it's their best album or not?
No, obviously
Depends
not.
what you mean by best.
No, okay. Yeah, okay.
I mean, I personally, I go back emotionally to the very first album I ever had, which was Hard Day's Night, and that is just immense from start to finish for me.
Superb.
But it's the Mop Top Beatles, but Lennon mostly doing all the songs. Rubber Soul was definitely a sort of a change in direction, folky almost at times, and leading them actually towards Revolver, which came out the following year, which had some bizarre songs on it, of course, of which I'm not so keen on some of them, like Tomorrow Never Knows and the Indian stuff that George was coming out with. But Rubber Soul had some great tunes on there. Lennon, Within My Life, Girl.
Girl is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
And Norwegian Wood. I'm surprised to hear when you text me today that it's one of the Beatles songs
There's just
you don't
something
like.
about it, the greats.
Is it the
I
sitar?
don't know what it is. I don't think it's the sitar. I think it's the lyrics.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
I love Norwegian Wood.
Yeah, I do.
It's my favourite track. It's my favourite track on the album.
Yeah, I like it. And Crawled Off to Sleep in the Bath. Yeah, I think it's a good song. And Drive My Car, McCartney had that, and Michelle. And I'm looking through you.
Love
There's
Michelle.
such a great bunch of songs on there.
It's a very, very good album.
Yes.
I love that the bit you were saying about speeding the piano bit up. I always assumed he was playing a clavinet.
No, it sounds like a harpsichord, doesn't it?
But that's right. Yeah,
it does sound like a piano.
Yeah, it does.
And he just couldn't get it to fit. I said on the radio this morning, John Lennon wanted a piano in solo for George Martin to create, and he did on the piano, but he couldn't fit. And Bach, Baroque. Yeah, he couldn't fit into he couldn't play it at the tempo of the song. If you know the song, you know what I'm talking about. So they speeded it up and cut the tempo. It sounds like it's a harpsichord playing the solo. It's sort of an integral part of the song as well.
Yeah,
superb. Rubber Soul, which I don't need to go. It's number one both sides of the Atlantic. You can see why that's in the book.
Great album.
Indeed.
Hopefully you'll see why this next one is in the book. I'm going into the 70s now. If for those interested, it's page number 372. Does that help?
No.
Because we haven't got our books in front of us.
But thanks for sharing.
Yes, this album was his 16th album.
Blimey. What year are we?
76.
Okay.
It was a number 2 in the UK. It was a number 1 in the US. Platinum in the UK. Diamond status in the US. Released September 1976. What does it say? Okay, I'm trying not to give the game away. In August 75, he signed a $13 million contract guaranteeing complete artistic freedom. He'd stockpiled hundreds of songs, but the ensuing months saw him record 200 more, forcing the label to clear the decks for the first of 2 double albums that propelled him from precocious maverick to international megastar. It was his first of his albums to enter the US chart at number 1. At times, it's close to jazz. There's a big band celebration of a certain jazz king. I know you're a big fan of jazz.
Okay, so this is Songs in the Key of Life.
And you are correct. Songs in the Key of Life, Stevie Wonder.
Which has got 3 really good sides on it.
3 good sides.
It's got 4. That's unfair of me. It's got 4 really good sides on it, but actually, there's enough songs that aren't good enough to have only done 3 sides, which I appreciate you can't do.
Nowadays you can. You just have a shorter CD, I suppose, don't you?
That's right. Yeah.
Okay,
Peter,
so yeah.
do you want to
a good
speak
album.
about Songs in the Key of Life?
Yeah, go on.
No, I would have got there eventually, but I was kind of just it was the 16 albums that threw me. But then you think about Stevie Wonder, he did a load of stuff right in the early 60s, didn't he? So that was, yeah. Songs in the Key of Life, I queued outside the record store in Hull to buy on
Our
cassette
price?
the day. No, I can't remember what it was. No, it was an independent, but I queued outside it to buy it on cassette when it came out. That was one of many queues in 1977 because I similarly queued to see Saturday Night Fever and Star Wars in the Odeon in the centre. So, but no, yeah, Songs in the Key of Life. I think Songs in the Key of Life was his last great album. It was the end of that. Hotter Than July was okay, but I think that was his last great one.
Life
and I
of
think,
Plants was a snorter.
well, I've got that, and I've played it twice. That says everything you need to know. But yeah, no, I think I like it. I mean, it's a really good selection of different music on it. And I like the fact that he kind of goes off down the jazz rock route and does Contusion, which is completely out of his normal. Yeah, but it's an interesting piece of music. No, I think it's a really good album. I mean, my least favourite track on it is "Isn't She Lovely," just because it's overplayed and a bit.
And it's not
long. It's a bit jolly, isn't it?
It is a bit happy.
Yeah. It's a bit happy.
It definitely warrants being in the book. Definitely.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, but presumably so are Talking Book and Innovisions. Well, I know Innovisions.
I would guess so.
Yeah, Innovisions definitely is. But
if we do this on another day, maybe we will have some of those in as well. But yeah, this has got, I mean, a lot of singles on it as well, isn't it? So Duke. Yeah. That's one of Sarah's favourite ever songs, actually. So Duke. I Wish.
Yeah.
And As.
Always.
I would say Isn't She Lovely, but obviously not a good.
It's a good song. Always is on there as well, isn't it?
It is a good song. I like it. It's just it's my least favourite just because it gets overplayed, I think.
No, that's another thing I hate, overplayed. I don't get that one. Anyway, Songs in the Key of Life. Oh, right, okay. What's we doing? We've got a little bit of time. We'll probably get a couple more in at least. Right. This is from 1983.
That's almost up to date.
And the 1980s did not begin very well for this individual. His movie and its soundtrack were critically lambasted. And his acrimonious departure from his record label was succeeded by writer's block. However, therapy drew him back out of his shell, and the songs that followed formed the crux of this particular album. This was in 1983, and it was released in November 83. It wasn't a massive hit. Looking at the charts here, only 34 in the UK and 35 in the US, recorded in Hollywood and New York. I'm relying on you for this one, Jeff.
Departed his band acrimoniously.
From CBS, yeah. Well, and from his singing partner, actually.
Oh, it's Paul Simon.
Paul Simon, and the album in 1983, which had a crap film.
One Trick Pony.
What's your favourite album, Jeff?
Yeah. And the album in 1983.
Graceland.
No, that no doubt would be in this one.
Yeah, Graceland is in there. No,
1983 will be. Hold on. So One Trick Pony was.
Must have been before this, was it?
It was. So this is Hearts and Bones, then, is it?
It is. This record was originally intended as a It was originally intended to be a Simon and Garfunkel album.
Yes, that's right.
The duo having reformed in 1981 for the free concert in Central Park and the subsequent tour. However, it didn't take long for old wounds to open. The few Garfunkel contributions Simon originally allowed were excised from the album, which eventually emerged as Simon's 5th solo set. Hearts and Bones is at its best when it shows Simon's age. The singer turned 40 in 1981. Train in the Distance, about his first wife,
Brilliant.
seemingly written as self-analysis, and the late great Johnny Ace, a tribute to John Lennon, with strings scored by Philip Glass, are pure reflection. Conversely, the record slips when it dates not Simon but itself. Allergies is almost lost beneath the booming drums of sessioneer Steve Gadd. Still, weak moments off.
You see, this is interesting because I would never have put that into the 1001 albums before you die. Of all the other ones we've talked about, never mind my views on them, all of the ones we've talked about, I totally understand why they're in that list. That one, I don't.
No, I don't.
Because it isn't anywhere near Paul Simon's best album. It didn't sell very well. So why must I listen to it before I die? That kind of seems like I've wasted an hour of my life.
It's a good album. And Allergies is far better than they're saying it. It's got Alan Miala's guitar on it is magnificent. But you're right. Like if you're gonna do a Paul Simon, well, you're gonna do Gracelands because
you're gonna do Gracelands, and you're gonna do the original Here Goes Rhyming Simon. You're gonna do
you probably or Still Crazy, but
or Still Crazy.
You're gonna do one of those early ones because
and then you're gonna do Gracelands.
That shows the break away from Simon and Garfunkel.
From Garfunkel, yeah.
But
that's a weird one.
It is a weird one. It's a nice album. I mean, I don't get me wrong.
Yep. Okay. Well, of course, his next album fared a little bit better.
Just a tad.
Graceland.
Just a tad.
Graceland. Just a tad. So Hearts and Bones. Ooh, getting a bit of a thumbs down. Although a good album, but not quite sure why it's in the list.
No, I can't see it. They must see something in it that I don't.
Probably one bloke on the panel that said, "I really love that album. I want that in," and no one else agreed.
They all went, that's why it's 1001 and not 1000.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the one.
That's the one. All right, okay. Who was it that voted for that one? Who's written the article here? Oh, I can't see. You've got the initials, but I'm not going to look for the initials. What they were. No one cares, to be perfectly honest. Right, in 1988, this one, a debut album. Just 35 minutes long, Stinks, so not really up your street. Although, is it?
It could just be one song.
It could be. It could be. It could be. Right, in March 1988, where did this album get? I'll tell you that first. A debut album. Oh, number one on both sides of the Atlantic.
As a debut album?
Yes.
Blimey.
That's like four times platinum in the UK, 6 times in the US. Whether this will help, I don't know. But in March 1988, London's intimate Don Mar warehouse entertained journalists with free shows by 10,000 Maniacs' Natalie Merchant. The condition was that you also stuck around for her stuff later. This new act was the person who did this album. The piercing honesty and the raw soul of her guitar vocal songs, performed without amplification, stunned most invited journalists. The featured numbers were heard in silkier slickness on this debut, released in April. 8 weeks later, she had the most extraordinary career break. A virtual newcomer, she shared the bill for Nelson Mandela's 70th birthday bash.
It's Tracy Chapman.
It is Tracy Chapman. Well done, man. Give him a
Go
fist.
me.
Ohio born, in fact. Cleveland born.
Really?
Fact. Yes.
Indeed.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I thought she was English.
No, she's the
this is what confused me, because you talked about London. I thought, well, this is an English singer-songwriter, but in the back of my mind, I was going, "This is Tracy Chapman." But then you got there before I did, so yeah, it's a good album. Have you got it, Jeff?
No.
It's a really good album.
Should
I
I
got
own it?
yes, I got bought it. I think it might have been by Rowena, or it might have been someone down Victoria Street as a birthday present, maybe at a party or something. I got given it as a gift in '88 when it came out. It's a great album. Yeah, she's really, really good. A real talent.
Did she have many albums? I'm just looking.
No,
she had
because
about
she kind
8
of
albums.
She's
8
done.
albums.
Yeah, 8 albums. The last one was only in 2008, so it's quite a while ago. Maybe she stopped after that. I don't know.
She
But
never seemed to
she's
get.
got.
Go on.
No, I was just. She reminds me a little bit of a cross between a kind of. I don't want to say Bob Dylan, but that kind of meaningful songwriter. But the one I think she's nearest to is Joan Armatrading.
Yeah.
I was going to say the Ohio Joan Armatrading. She is from
Yeah.
Birmingham.
But I
She's from
think,
Birmingham.
but I don't think Joan Armatrading I love, but I don't think she wrote those social conscience songs like Tracy Chapman. I think Tracy Chapman is more in the Joan Baez, Dylan mold in terms of her lyrics. They're angrier than Joan Armatrading, but in terms of her voice and her guitar, yeah, you'd like the album, Geoff. You would. It's a good album.
I'm sure I would. I'm fairly certain that there was an issue with her straight after it, which kind of meant that she didn't carry on the upward stream that she was supposed to do.
I don't know.
That I don't know.
I might be wrong about that, and that's doing her an injustice.
A vocal issue, do you mean, or
no, a recording issue, personal issue, whatever it might be, like contractual issue.
Okay. No, well, it will take me too long to read that door. But yeah, okay. So worthy of a place in the book, then, you think, that one?
Absolutely. Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Whether you'll say that for the next one is another matter. 90s. Time for a couple more, just about, I think. Then we would have done 15, which is quite good.
Excellent.
That's standard for us, actually, isn't it? All right. This album, 1994, it was released, as I said, 29th of August, 94 to be precise. It was their debut album. It was a number 1 in the UK, just a number 58 in the US. Is it 9 times platinum? No, that was the one before. Not, yeah, it's 9 times platinum in the UK and platinum in the US.
Sorry, what year was this?
94.
94.
It is all too easy to forget quite how barren the musical landscape in the UK was in 1994. Britpop was yet to fully blossom, and grunge had died with Kurt Cobain. It took 5 of the most ordinary working class lads to reignite the scene and redefine the musical landscape. They never really had an infancy. Spewed from the streets of a northern city.
This is Take That and Party.
It isn't Take That and Party.
Oh, hang on. Is this the
Mondays? No. They seemed already. This album is their most coherent, exciting, and fresh album, even to date.
Stone Roses?
Nope. The album cover betrayed their influences, from George Best to Burt Bacharach to carafes of red wine, actually blackcurrant juice, football, music, and booze. A band of the people. And the people loved them back.
5.
Well, it's right. So it's Mancunia, isn't it?
It is.
Right. So it's a Mancunia band that isn't Oasis and isn't the Happy Mondays.
And isn't the Stone Roses.
And isn't the Stone Roses.
Well, not that I'm leading you here, but did anyone say it wasn't Oasis?
Is it Oasis?
It's Oasis. Well done, Geoff. Yeah, no one's.
But hang on, you said that Britpop hadn't happened. They're Britpop.
Britpop was yet to fully blossom.
Right, so which one is this? This is their first album.
Their first album?
Which I can't remember the name of.
You 100% should get this, possibly.
That's a clue,
possibly, maybe.
That is the clue. Definitely, maybe.
Definitely, maybe.
Definitely.
Confused. I thought there were 4 of them. You mean there's 5?
There were 5 of them when they started.
All right.
Don't ask me. 2 Gallaghers, obviously.
There was
Not
the
being a
bass
big
player,
fan
the
of-
keyboard player, and the drummer.
Oasis. I don't want to know about Oasis in the deserts. Um,
Well,
so
frankly,
confusing.
I'd rather be with Oasis
You'd
in the
rather
desert.
be listening to Oasis. You'd rather be, yeah.
I
Oasis
would.
was just a mirage for you, and not a good one either. Right, the personnel we've got, Liam Gallagher, Noel Gallagher, Paul Bonehead Arthurs, Paul
Yeah.
McGuigan on bass, Tony McCarroll on drums.
So, what are
And
the
it
singles
is-
off this album?
Oh, they had a load of singles off of this. They had Live Forever.
Yeah.
They had Cigarettes and Alcohol. All this, I'm
Okay.
trying to find it. I can't get this damn thing off the screen. Oh, here we go. Track listing. Shake and Maker, I think, was a single. I think one of the songs you like, Supersonic, was, I think, their debut single. Was Married with Children. Is it the one you like at the end?
Me?
Goodbye, I'm Going Home. The acoustic
No.
one to finish the album.
I don't
Maybe
think
it's
I know
Half
it.
the World Away you liked.
Oh, Half the World Away is superb.
Maybe it's
Is
that
that,
one.
is, that,
Okay.
is that on there?
No, that's not on it. That wasn't on
No.
one of their albums, actually. It's on one of their sort of best
EP
of and
type
B-sides.
things.
Yes.
I don't know whether it should be in this book or not. What's the Story should definitely be in there.
Interesting. I wonder whether that is. We'll find out another day, no doubt. But definitely,
we
maybe
probably
was the
will.
first, and I think many people consider it as a album, as
It-
we
it-
keep
it-
saying.
Yeah,
If
it
yeah,
is
I,
jumping
I,
in there.
I expect it probably is, because it will be the first Britpop album that was there.
I probably prefer What's the Story More in Glory, but I do like Definitely Maybe as well.
Right. Yeah, I don't know it.
And all joking, and everyone, and we always joke about the fact that they sound like the Beatles. Well, they kind of do, but they don't. But I mean, everyone has their influences, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think. Definitely maybe. One more. I think we can get one more in before we finish. And then we can shut that door, as Larry
Shut that
Larry
door.
Grayson
Larry
used to say.
Grayson.
Grayson. Yeah.
Shut that door.
Shut that door.
Shut that door. Right. 1985, UK number one and US number one. 15 times platinum in the UK, this one.
This
one, isn't it?
is Bruce Springsteen, and it's Born in the USA.
Confident, but wrong.
Really?
That would be the other album in this year that was massive.
I thought I'd get in early.
Born in the USSR, born in the USSR, born in the USA. On the other side of the Atlantic, in fact, here.
Right.
First album I got on CD, I think. It might be one of the first albums on CD.
Yeah. Oh, is it Brothers in Arms?
Brothers in Arms, yeah.
Right.
Not a bad album. And I know,
No, brilliant.
given
Brilliant
that I
album.
prefer side one, that you definitely
And I
prefer
prefer
side
side two, of course.
two. Goes without saying, doesn't it? Other than Brothers in Arms, the title track, which is absolutely brilliant. I love that
It's
tune.
fantastic.
The other
That
three,
is one of the great songs for driving to late at night. Empty motorway, Brothers in Arms cranked up to 11. It's brilliant.
it's better than playing Radar Love, I suppose, because you'll end up getting a
Well,
speedy
you end up getting a
Because-
speeding ticket playing Radar
So
Love.
what else is on the album, Carl?
So Far Away was the first single.
Walk of
Money
Life,
for Nothing. Walk of
Walk
Life.
of Life.
Which is Far Too Jolly for Stinks to Like, which is on side one, which is
Oh,
why I like side
Walk
one.
of Life. I like the album, but if I was going to listen to, I would always listen to side two first. It's not that I don't like side one at all. I think it's a great album, but I just prefer the songs on side two. Late night bargain has been struck between the sun and bells. Prehistoric garbage trucks have got the city. Great lyrics.
So which song is that from? You see, from side two, other than Brothers in Arms, I would, don't tell me, struggle to think, and I'm not even looking them up. I was struggling to think.
The
what
Man's
other
So
songs
Strong.
are from. Man is So Strong. Yeah, that's one of them.
Yeah, I love that.
See, I can't remember the other two, but I can remember the other one. Oh, another one on side one. Why worry? Played it this morning actually. Although I cut it in half because the coda goes on for absolutely ages, which is probably your favourite bit, Stinks, I must admit.
Obviously.
It goes on forever. Yeah, what was it? What are the other tracks on the album? Side two. Yeah, I'll look them up.
Hang on, I'll tell you.
I've got them now. Ride Across the River.
Right Across the River, yeah, great song.
Yeah,
Great
that's
song.
only 7 minutes, so you would like that one. And One
Right
World.
Across the River. Huh?
One World is the other.
Yeah, that's my least favourite of that on that side. But The Man's Too Strong, Right Across the River, and Brothers in Arms. They're
How can
I
So
think
Far
they're the
Away,
best tracks.
Money for Nothing, Walk of Life, Your Latest Trick, and Why Worry not be the best?
No, I like you. Like my favourite track on side one is Your Latest Trick.
Is it the?
But that's because I love that. I love that
gratuitous-
tune. It's excellent.
On the saxophone. Oh, I take it you're a Brothers in Arms fan, are you? Or Dire Straits fan, Jeff?
I like Dire Straits. I don't know the album. I know Money for Nothing. I know Walk of Life, but I don't know the album particularly. I don't. In a moment of astonishing stinkiness, I've got the greatest hits.
Which is a terrific album and has
Which is a terrific
Road,
album.
Telegraph Road and Love Over Gold and.
Well, yeah, but like Sultans of Swing and Twisting by the Pool, you know.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I can say, I bet you love Twisting by the Pool.
I
and I bet
do.
Stinks doesn't.
Yeah. And Romeo and Juliet and
my least favourite Dire Straits song.
Of course it is.
Of course it is.
Actually, no, it's not. No, my least favourite Dire Straits song is that blooming thing about Elvis, whatever that's called.
Calling Elvis.
Calling Elvis, yeah.
It's a great song.
Because Elvis is mentioned.
I just don't like it.
Can't even mention Elvis with not liking it. It's shit.
I just don't like the song. I'm sorry. It's nothing to do with Elvis. Don't take it personally, Elv.
No, I'm sure you won't.
Why are you looking up there?
Well, all right. Don't take it personally, Elv. Hey, how's it going?
Well, we've made it. We've made it through 15 from that. It's an interesting book, it must be said. We might come back to it another day and find another 15. If that obviously works out about right with a bit of nattering in it. I mean, we can stop when we want to. I've got another 5 here. I won't say what they are. I'll save them up for next time. But of all the ones there, I've definitely bought Faith. I definitely bought Joshua. Never mind the Ghoulies. Rush of Blood to the Head, Rubber Soul, definitely maybe Brothers in Arms. They're the ones I bought. That's probably half of them, and the others I know.
I bought $1 Billion Babies.
Yeah.
Legion Leaf.
Yeah.
The Lauryn Hill album.
Yeah, Mitch's Cajun. Yep.
The
Doors.
Stevie Wonder. And Tracy Chapman.
Yeah.
And Brothers in Arms.
Well,
and Rubber Soul.
I thought everyone has Brothers in Arms.
I don't have Brothers in Arms. I have Legion Leaf, and I do have Never Mind the Buzzcocks, and I do have
Rubber Soul. Yeah,
Rubber Soul, and I do have Songs in the Key of Life, and I do have Rush of Blood to the Head. And I do have something else, and I can't remember what it was.
Hearts and Bones, you have that?
Hearts and Bones, yeah, I've got that twice.
So
good. He bought it twice.
Yes. All right, well, some good albums there, and whether you like them or not, some good albums there. Because as we know, good.
Some genre-defining albums.
There's certainly some genre-defining albums. And some toilet-defining albums in some cases for some members of the panel. Thank you very much, guys. I enjoyed that.
Thank you.
I try not to get too annoyed during the Sex Pistols chat. You know, I kept it cool.
We were very proud of you.
I thought I kept it cool as well. I was measured and calm, as I always am when discussing.
Yes. I'll play that back. I'll look at those measured bits.
When I'm discussing the murderer and the other.
I'm not about to, but I can pick it if you like.
That's it. Please feel free, because I should be going with Lauryn Hill and Contusion. So pick what you like.
Right. Okay. All right. Thank you, guys. This podcast will be posted to the usual places over the coming days by Shaggy, And perhaps, although Stinks did say the word shit a number of times, we might not get on
BBC.
the BBC. But
But we
do we
don't
care?
care.
Do we,
No,
Buffalo? No, we
no,
don't.
we don't. No, we don't.
We don't.
No,
at
they
all.
make us pay a license fee. Sodom.
Be on air. We're playing maybe some of these tracks that Stinks wants to hear tomorrow morning. Whether or not there'll be any, never mind the bollocks, I'm not sure, although I am. But join in 8 a.m. tomorrow morning on CBW Radio, the last station you'll ever need. It really is. And I'm looking forward to playing the songs already. And in the meantime, all I've got left to say is it's a good night from me.
And it's a good night from him.